Okay, so here we're going to show you where on the wing you're cutting and a little bit about wing anatomy, okay? First, if you look at Tia's back here, you'll tend to see these shorter feathers up closer to to the elbow here. That's not the right word. You're never cutting any of these feathers up on the meaty portion there of the wing. The feathers that you're most looking at are these long wing feathers that come out further, like these. You probably want to leave the outermost ones out here on both sides so that they do have some amount of ability to get to the floor, because if they don't have anything to hold them for lift, they'll drop like a rock. And so you need them to be able to have enough wing or out here on the ends. Stop it. This side's better. You need enough of these wings out on the ends here is where I usually do it, so that they have enough to get to the ground. Or you can cut further back or further out, distal from the wingy over here. And you're making a cut like this. My sister, I'm sorry, honey. Oh, grumpy. Take two. You're just simply clipping these outer wings, but you want to get under these guys if possible, okay? And so I would now have my wife just take a little scissor and just cut right here. And then I'd have her cut right, hey, sweetie, I know you're getting pissed. Okay, hold on here. Okay, let's do it from the bottom, okay? So again, it would be like right across here. And you just clip, oh, she pooped, clip, and leave the ones out on the end. You're not doing any of these short guys. These two here, you could cut these right across. And you can always err on the side of too little, but you can't cut it off and then put it back. So I would err more on the side of going out and going in. Now, you don't want to be cutting those really, really close, because some of them could be what are called blood feathers. And a blood feather is a new feather that's coming into play, and it has a lot of blood in it because it's still making and feeding the feathers. That's when you see the little white parts. That's when it's getting dry in that tube that comes out. And as it dries, the feather unfurls. So you just don't want to cut a blood feather. And, hey! We're going to see if I can find one here. Let's see, that's her kind of not so good wing. Oh, I don't see it. Hold on, let's go back for here. I know you're mad at Daddy. Hopefully she hurt herself here one time. See that there? That little white part, if you can see that. That's actually a broken feather that broke very, very close to insertion. So that'll eventually get pushed out, and like a new fingernail, a new one will come in. But I don't think she has any. Oh, right here. Right there. If you can see that with the little white on the end, little bit of feather, and then very, very dark. Can you see that, Deb?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ooh-ah. Right there. So you would never want to cut anything that looked like it was full of blood or dark like that. But see right next to it here, stop it. Right here would be a perfect place to do a little cut right there if you wanted to. So in general, start with less and move in. Your biggest problem is going to be keeping Birdie comfortable. With a little parakeet, yes, parakeets are tough, yeah. So is taking that little towel, what do you call those, hand cloth, and just kind of bring her like this, and then kind of swaddling, and then just bringing your little, swaddle around here and just pulling the wing out. Sometimes I think they make those little scissors for women. You'll find them in the beauty department, and they might be for trimming nails. I don't know what women use them for, but at the end of the scissor, it's round. Deb, do you know what that is? No. Just a safe scissors. Maybe if you're trimming your nose hair or something, it means you won't hurt yourself. And that's a good one to use. And you find them in the women's department, like at Walgreens or whatever. Don't laugh at me, Deb. Because then if the bird happened to jolt or move, it's not going to get stabbed by a sharp needle. That's probably very, very important. Do you know what those are? Or do I have to go get ours?
No, part 3.
Part 3. So those are the best to use.
Bye-bye.
Bye.